Hello there, Gemini friends. Welcome to Gemini Go. Go Gemini. We're going to do a check-in for your messages today. Thank you guys for being with me. I appreciate your viewership. We're a new channel here, so thank you for hitting that like button, making sure you share, and that you're subscribed for these messages. I am going to just take this top card here, and we'll go with that. We'll go ahead and get this message. As you can see here, today's message is, it looks like centering around Gnosis. I can say before I start in on this card, I'll let you guys have a look at that there. Before I started on this card, I was getting a message before I started your reading about being cautious about your liver. For some of you, you may be drinking heavily. I just kind of feel like whatever it is that you're taking into your body, these can even be like soda, things like that, pop. I feel like be careful with your liver. I was also getting a focus around your lymphatic system. Some of you may be experiencing some drainage. Maybe it's your sinuses, things like that. But interestingly enough, you have Gnosis, and this is card number 75, okay? So there could be significance with the number 75. Let's see, this says innermost knowing, mystic truths, okay? I feel like for some of you, you may be like tapping into a power source is what this feels like. True knowledge is not found in facts and figures and scholarly books on library shelves. Rather, Gnosis points to the deep and timeless archetypal wisdom that rises from the felt experience of having touched the unknown with every one of the senses. This tells me, Gemini, that you've been through quite a bit in your life. And there's something about the experiences that you've had in life that have exposed you to truth, right? It's almost like I know because I've been there, because I've done that, because I've felt it, okay? I'm really getting the been there, done that energy, and not in a sense of being able to, it's not like diminishing it. You know how some people be like, oh, I've been there, done that, like that ain't nothing. No, this is in a sense been there, done that of I know what I'm talking about, okay? I'm not new, I'm true. It's really what this feels like. Those who are drawn to Gnosis find themselves in esoteric studies, likely involving mysticism, alchemy, healing, or perhaps science. Knowing is their calling. So Gemini, you have an innate call to simply knowing. And this is not knowing because the facts have presented. This is knowing because you are to a point where you have felt things so deeply that you know what you feel, okay? Not knowing is their job description. So this is interesting, right? It's almost like where there are no, I get the energy of like an investigator. An investigator usually doesn't have facts. He follows his nose. And because he has a clue on this, he knows that, right? And then his job is to find the facts that basically demonstrate that what he knew was correct all along. No matter how far the alchemists take their studies, they come to the ultimate conclusion that facts slip towards mystery, and soon the mystery results in facts, right? That's what I just said. Mystery results in facts. This card signifies a knowing that life is changing. Once you experience it, you are forever changed and become a guardian of Gnosis. This means that you are trusted with what you know, okay? The gifts that you have established a result of your experience, you are being trusted with those. The eternal mystery is calling you. Study your passion in the deepest way available to you. When light, contemplating the mystery, unanswerable questions. When dark, over intellectualizing and literalizing, asking others. So for some of you, obviously there's nothing wrong with asking others, but I feel like you may benefit more in this time from just really trusting what it is that what you know is telling you, and trusting that through you at least knowing that much, right, that you are going to be led to all other answers that may be needed, okay? So I feel like don't worry, right? Do not be worried by any means, okay? How are we loving our bodies? We're loving our fingers, right? What are we getting into? Some of you may be doing some gardening, knitting, crocheting, based on the looks of these things, right? Doing some things with your hands, woodworking. I just heard bird feeding, so maybe some of you guys are building, carpenters. I'm just kind of getting some things like that. Also heard welding. I love my wrists is the card that came out. And this says, my wrists are flexible and free. I accept pleasure and I enjoy all that I have. I feel like a caution, like be careful, right? Sometimes when we are using our hands to do a lot of things, then it's like the wrists kind of go neglected. They're like a door hinge, right? And when we push back on it, right, sometimes we don't really kind of give credit for all the weight or the pressure that it takes. So I just kind of feel like be careful with your wrists. Make sure that you're not picking up more than what it is that you're reasonably expected to be able to carry. Okay, we'll just take those two, leave that crock there. We got the hummingbird and the horse energies coming out, okay? One of these could be you. You could be taking on both of these. These could be people in your environment, or this could just be you and them, right? Whatever floats your boat. We have earth and air though, so let's dig into it. I do feel right off the bat that there's someone who is very high vibe, right? I get the energy of a morning person, someone who is, I get very, very talkative. I do feel like this is a person who desires a lot of detail. Somebody wants like all the information, all the answers. Remember, this could be you, this could be who you're dealing with. So when it comes to conversation, someone probably has a lot to say. This could also be a lot of questions to ask. I kind of get like they keep talking, right? Doesn't have to be a bad thing, right? Can be, obviously, right? That could be where someone talks too much. They too much in your business. They have too much to say. So feel like obviously be mindful, because if you're in this energy, you could have a tendency towards either direction. I also feel this could also be like where a person, like, they talk too much, so like they say too much, right? I get the energy of like endless chatter. I feel like there's a sense of maybe deciding that, right? I'm not sure. And so there's this, I get the energy of like, it's almost like being in a position where it's like, let's take this walk, right? So you may be like taking a walk with someone. Let's go this route. Let's begin this trek is what it feels like. And as you kind of start down that path, especially if someone's really expressive, right? Or if you're really expressive, then kind of going the road of being very expressive, you're able to kind of feel someone out, or you can kind of tell if they can carry you, right? If they can go that road, if they're down for the ride in a sense, right? And I feel like some of you, I get that spirit is giving you a way to do this and to determine if it's like, if it's justified, if you should go a certain path, if you should maybe, if that person should be your pick. And with this Father of Wands coming out, it gives me the impression that there's somebody who's up for the challenge. It's almost like maybe it's either they've said or you said, somebody has either done a lot or they've said a lot that lets you know I can take it on, okay? Somebody feels very confident. There could be a significant fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This could just be their energy where you can tell this person, maybe I just kind of get like they might be willing to initiate the conversation, because with the Fool here, it's almost like if you're the chatty Cathy, somebody can keep up with you, okay? Somebody can keep up with you, okay? Aries and Aquarius energy that's joining the board, and I just kind of feel like there's a peace. So it's almost like, again, relating back to this Gnosis energy, you can feel it. You can feel, it's like either someone stops talking, they have nothing to say, or it's like they put themselves out there in such a way that they release maybe so much information, or there's so much freedom in maybe what they do say that you can just feel whether or not they're going to be lasting. And there's the Tower hitting in the Ace of Cups. So it makes me feel like something maybe that you guys don't even see coming. I kind of get like you might not expect this, but somebody is actually surprising you by I get the energy of like, it could be like offering you, like this could be dinner, want to go a cup of coffee, drink, something like that. I do feel like whatever this is coming as a surprise to you, because for some of you, sometimes this Gnosis energy can come a result of things, you know, it often comes a result of feeling the bad. And because we've had such difficult times in life, that's where these risks come into play, where you've had a lot of pressure on you, right? To get things done, to carry things out. And that weighty energy can often be where we learn the depth of what our senses are telling us, the depth of the mystery, where we find out people's true feelings. We learn what it feels like to be betrayed because we experience betrayal. Maybe we were carrying somebody that ended up turning on us, or, it's like they turned their back on you. That type of thing is really what this feels like. And so sometimes when someone actually shows love, you're kind of surprised because you're like, man, I felt so much on the other side that maybe it's been a long time since maybe you've kind of felt someone show love in this particular way. So I do get, again, I just kind of I feel like being very surprised by the fact that someone is showing love. It's almost like someone offering you something that you hadn't been offered in some time. Some of you too, when you're in this gnosis energy, I get like goth energy. So it can be a little bit dark, right? Where some of the things that you have to talk about, everybody, it's like they can't be trusted, right? With the secrets or with this energy. Everyone can't also, they can't handle, your energy is probably a little bit weighty and everybody can't take that. So I get somebody loves it though. I just heard loves the shit out of it, okay? The lover's energy, right? With the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck, clarifying the Fool. Somebody is they're in love with the idea of feeling very free to, in some way, I get engage with you, open up to you is what this feels like. It feels really good to them. But I feel so it's almost like the energy of heaviness that you have, this person, I feel like whoever you're dealing with has also seen both sides. So they have an appreciation for being in this space where maybe you feel brand new and maybe everybody can't take that. But the Ace of Swords clarifying the Tower is someone, again, saying something or doing something to show you this rebirth energy. It's like, no, you're different. This is different. Things have changed. And you're going to hear that there's some sort of transition. For some of you, this could definitely be an actual death, and you may have felt it from someone in your environment, a partner. This could be a lover or someone that you love. And it's just something that you sense. You felt the rumblings. And with the Tower and the Ace of Swords, this could definitely be you realizing or being very, very shocked at maybe this transition, right? Obviously, that can be a physical death. This can just be a situation, a relationship, something ending, and it coming through, even though you felt it or you knew it, it coming through as being very, very surprising to you that maybe someone loved themselves enough to get out of a relationship. For some of you, this is going to be someone loving themselves enough and knowing that they realize they need to maybe take a chance with you. So the change that they're showing is maybe showing you or offering you love in some way. And I really get that it's changing your mind and making you clear about what you feel. It's like, no, if you know you feel the energy of love, then I feel like if you feel the energy of partnership, then I feel like someone is doing or saying something that drastically changes your mind about that just being a feeling and helping you to accept some aspect of gnosis where, no, you know exactly what you feel. Gemini, that's what I have for you today. I love you. Like, share, subscribe. We'll talk again real soon. Bye for now.